This man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah, get that money.
He'll pick up either 15, 20 mil.
He was a highly respected champion.
Still
He
is.
dominated the sport.
Yes.
Greatest defensive fighter ever. And you're going to stoop to this?
Yep.
Netflix has given Mayweather some financial advances, and we're talking millions of dollars. I don't know exactly, but when I threw out a figure, they said it's even higher than what I threw out. I threw out multiple millions of dollars. That Netflix has provided some money. That Floyd apparently has taken the contracts that he's had and has gone to a lender and said, "Look, I'm going to be earning all of this money. Here's the signed contract proving so." And then that the lender has given him some cash up front based on that as well. So he's basically taken these numerous advances on the earnings that he's going to take. And
it's just the truth. Floyd is so badly hurting for money that this is the stuff he's doing. Knowingly signing contracts for a pro fight just to go and publicly undermine it while taking a cash advance.
I mean, whether you're flying on private jets or you're staying at first-class hotels or you're, buying expensive jewelry and cars and bags and you name it.
Reports suggest that Floyd Mayweather Jr. could be facing legal pressure from Netflix after allegedly backing out of a highly anticipated rematch with Manny Pacquiao. Journalist Lance Pugmire claims Mayweather had already secured a multi-million-dollar advance, meaning any sudden withdrawal might expose him to serious contractual consequences
that he's going to take. And look, as we look at this situation, guys, it strikes me that we know how precious Floyd's O is on his record. He's 50-0, unbelievable career. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished. But he's also, it appears to be in financial straits. And the two great loves of his life, money and that zero, are conflicting with each other right now. And he's in a pickle. He's in dire straits, so to speak. And how this exactly is going to play out, you would imagine that Floyd Mayweather will come to his senses and say, "Look, I have no choice but to participate in this fight. I've got to be at my best and win this fight."
A source known as the Fight Hype posted online at the bout is no longer happening, insisting they possess evidence, but are choosing not to release it yet to avoid making the situation look unserious. The post also raised questions about an individual named Ian, wondering why he was reaching out instead of addressing the person allegedly responsible. The message implies proof exists, but its release is being delayed. Meanwhile, Wade Plemons referenced past influencer fight situations, warning that if Mayweather tried anything similar with Netflix, legal action would likely follow.
That they pay him some insane amount of money or he wasn't going to fight Deji while he was at the venue. And they wanted to change gloves and do all this stuff. And I think they actually did it. They paid Floyd to do it. And I've seen this with a bunch of his exhibitions. And obviously we know about the Logan Paul situation, how Floyd shopped his fight to a different company after essentially scamming royalty like Prince whoever in Dubai and stole his money. This is insane. Now he's trying to do it to Netflix. Oh yeah, he's 100% about to get sued because Team Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather signed 3 contractual agreements for a professional fight against Pacquiao. 3 separate agreements. They also claim Floyd Mayweather has been paid for signing these 3 agreements and has also taken out a cash advance payment on his purse for the fight. They also say Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of contract for publicly stating.
According to No Smoke Boxing on X, Pacquiao has reportedly cautioned Mayweather about potential backlash from promoters and sponsors if he attempts to exit the signed September agreement. This reflects rising tension surrounding the deal. At the same time, trainer Teddy Atlas suggested that years of heavy gambling and spending may have significantly impacted Mayweather's overall wealth.
As I said earlier, so I don't like that, but I understand the world out there, and I understand putting yourself in that position. If he put himself in that position, some people will say, he's suing now because of his gambling habits, which was not hidden. It was not a secret. He would post, not Teddy Atlas talking about anything that wasn't out there. he would post some of his tickets, his betting tickets that he bet, you know, and they were large bets. And so some people say, oh yeah, like you said, he was Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and now he's suing because he went through his money, he blew his money, whatever. Look, I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Stephen Espinoza was named. He ran.
Podcast host Joe Rogan acknowledged that Mayweather dominated boxing for over a decade, but argued that poor financial decisions and a lack of long-term adaptation may have led to avoidable money problem.
It's money, like it's a tap. Like he's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like there's all these lawsuits, like he hasn't been paying things and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out.
Media personality Tasha K explained that outward displays of wealth can be misleading. Even massive earnings don't guarantee stability when hidden liabilities, debts, and ongoing expenses are factored in.
In the book, y'all know when y'all see somebody flogging money everywhere, they got this, they got that, they got this. Was it Gervonta Davis? Tank told us 2 years ago that the reason they held Floyd Mayweather, you can put it back on the screen, captain in Dubai, is because he had owed them money and they wouldn't release him until he announced the fight to give them their money back. You know they do that over there in Dubai, right? You ain't going nowhere if you owe a debt. He was trapped over there for almost 2 months, according to Gervonta. They shared the same manager, Al Layman, who collected money in cash because Floyd Mayweather gave him a power of attorney to do so. And so when Floyd went down there and sued Showtime, he's suing Showtime, the company, the network. That publicizes.
Analyst Fannin stated that the controversy escalated when Mayweather accepted upfront money from Pacquiao's side. He clarified that this payment wasn't symbolic, it represented a firm commitment to participate in an official bout once the funds were accepted. Expectations were set that the fight would move forward as planned.
People took an advance, right, which is money, against the fight with Manny. Watch this. He took an advance in that fight. He said, okay, I'll fight Manny, but I need an advance. After he got the advance, to my understanding, there then became an issue of whether or not the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd would be an exhibition or whether it would be a real fight. Now, let me tell you why there's a value in that for Manny Pacquiao. Because Manny Pacquiao wants to get his get back in the ring, a real fight with Floyd. He also, for Floyd, what's at risk is his undefeated record. Because Manny Pacquiao has been a relatively active fighter, more active than Floyd has against actual world-class fighters. That's not what Floyd's been doing. Now, after the deal is done, now there's a debate or an issue about whether it's going to be an exhibition or whether it is going to be.
Before doubts surfaced, both camps were believed to be fully aligned on the nature of the event. However, once uncertainty about the fight emerged, responsibility shifted toward Mayweather since Pacquiao's team had already fulfilled their financial obligations. This situation created a major issue for Pacquiao, who entered the deal expecting a legitimate contest with official recognition and financial reward. If those expectations aren't met, it becomes a serious contractual conflict.
He got the advance. So if he got an advance, he put money in his pocket that he needed in his pocket. And then after that, he's going to switch up and say, no, I don't want to have an exhibition. I don't want to have a real fight. I want to have an exhibition. And as a result, he's depriving Manny Pacquiao of the benefit of the bargain that Manny gave him when he got that advance. Because the advance is there because Manny agreed, assuming that it was going to be a real fight, not an exhibition, because there's no reason between these two guys to have an exhibition for 3 rounds and waste a bunch of people's money where there's nothing on the line, which means Manny can't get his get back and Floyd keeps his 50-0. So it looks like Floyd's trying to get slick.
Rapper and businessman 50 Cent had previously warned about this type of scenario years ago. He argued that Mayweather's spending habits, luxury purchases, extravagant lifestyle, and constant high expenses could eventually catch up with him regardless of how much he earned.
I did 6 years ago, and I'm gonna play it for you. 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, this is what 50 Cent said, and it's kind of hard to argue with him. Roll the clip.
So, like, we got issues over here. He's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
And it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub.
While many dismissed 50 Cent's comments as criticism, he maintained they were based on financial reality. He emphasized that even top earners remain vulnerable if their expenses continue to rise unchecked. According to him, a lifestyle center around luxury and constant spending can trap anyone in an endless cycle of earning and spending, where long-term security is never achieved.
Coming back to the ring, he said this 6 years ago. 50 said, I think he got to because the money gone. And then the host is like, what? How did he make $1 billion basically and the money is gone? How is the money gone? And 50 was like, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to go into depth about it. But with that lifestyle that he live in, that flashy stuff, he'll be eager to do club hosting and get cashed out.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
What you think? It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Fight, get the money.
Recent updates suggest the fight has not been officially canceled, with some insiders claiming they have proof but are waiting to reveal it. Questions have also been raised about communication from someone allegedly linked to Netflix, though. Situation appears to be intensifying, with speculation that financial pressure may be influencing Mayweather's decisions. Some critics have even described his recent business moves as questionable. The bout, reportedly scheduled for September 19th on Netflix, is still considered active, though Mayweather may already be in breach of contract. Ongoing legal disputes, including issues involving Showtime, are adding further complications.
I think I don't want to report that and not know it, but this person that Fight Hype is talking about, I think is someone involved with who is getting scammed there. But there's no receipts, anything like that. But this is getting, Deontay Wilder by the day, dude. I can't believe that Floyd has gone this far. It has to be a money thing, dude. It really does. Like when I said that Floyd was going broke, or at least that he was financially unstable, people were like, oh, he's got more money than you. What are you talking about? And I wasn't even trying to be mean with it. It's just a fact of the matter that Floyd has turned to the most insane business practices and downright scamming in some cases to get money that he hasn't even earned. And this looks like another example, except he's doing it in broad daylight to Netflix. Crazy. Andreas Hale also wrote a story on this. It was supposed to be...
Coach Malaki claimed Mayweather is currently entangled in a major legal situation involving allegations of roughly $340 million being mishandled. He suggested the issue goes beyond contracts, pointing instead to long-term financial habits and personal decision-making. Mayweather's reputation for luxury spending, gambling, and maintaining a high-profile lifestyle may have contributed to the current situation.
It's clear. And now it explains why Floyd don't have Al Heyman in the lawsuit. He can't sue him. Come on, man. Al covered his tracks. Now, he may be getting sued by big corporations, stuff like that, but he's not being sued by any fighter. They can't sue him. You get what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather messed up. And adds insult to injury, Floyd Mayweather has a gambling problem, and he spends a lot of money. He loves to spend money. So whatever he have that's in his possession, he's spending that and blowing that on top of the $340 million that he said that's owed to him. Meaning that he never really got paid from the Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor fight. Come on, man. Al Heyman got power of attorney. You dig? And he covered his tracks. So shout out to the brother man, Al.
This perspective highlights a broader point. Even enormous earnings can become unstable when spending remains consistently high. The combination of legal challenges and financial behavior appears to have created a complicated situation surrounding Mayweather's finances and public image.
And praising him and worshiping him, continue to praise him and worship him then. You get what I'm saying? You dig? True. And another thing, let's thank Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Heyman.
That's what y'all been doing. You are pro Al Heyman and PBC YouTube channels, and a lot of you fan bases online. That's what you've been doing. Continue to praise him then. Al is a smart businessman. He finessed the game. Let's give Al Heyman a round of applause. Good job, Al. You did a good job. And this is a lesson to all of those out there, you know, who think because you signed with the black man that you will not be taken advantage of and the white man is the evil devil. If that's your position, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with however you feel either way. But just understand, when someone wants to steal from you...
Analyst and Raphael noted that these financial concerns are not entirely surprising. Observers who followed Mayweather's career closely may have anticipated such outcomes based on his long-standing pattern of luxury spending and public displays of wealth.
Again later, and hopefully I can get into this afternoon to actually read the specifics of the suit and what the allegations are. But the fact that Floyd would encounter some financial issues post his boxing career is not in any way a surprise to me. When you see the types of things that, when you know, if you believe anything that he puts on his social media, the travel that he does, the places he goes, and the amount of entourage he has, I mean, that's like a money pit. I mean, whether you're flying on private jets or you're staying at first class hotels or you're, you know, buying expensive jewelry and cars and bags and you name it. I mean, it's all good when you're making those gigantic paydays and they're coming in, you know, a couple times a year. You're making 40 million here and 25 million there, or even more, you know, 100 million plus, you know, when he fought the big mega fights with guys like Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. But when that stops, that money doesn't.
Raphael further explained that while Mayweather earned extraordinary amounts during his career, financial discipline outside the ring plays an equally important role. Continuous high-end spending, cars, jewelry, travel, and entertainment can gradually erode even the largest fortunes. He concluded that the warning signs had always been present, making the situation somewhat predictable and offering a broader lesson about financial management in professional sports.
It just didn't ring true to me because Al Heyman, who is not named in the suit, but apparently is supposedly part of this problem, whatever. But I mean, I've known Al Heyman and covered Al Heyman's fighters and his business since the day he stepped in boxing in like 2002 with Vernon Forrest. And all that time, and literally in terms of the PBC, you know, a couple hundred fighters that he's dealt with, maybe not personally, but that his team is and his company. To a fighter, you never hear anybody, even when they're retired or they're not with Al anymore, nobody talks bad about him. In fact, if you ask most fighters, they'll tell you how good to them that he has been, that type of money that they've helped him make and the person that he's paid.
That wraps up today's discussion. Stay tuned for more updates.